Hello, Aquarius. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. All right, let's get started with your oracle. I'm going to start the major arcana messages for Aquarius. You have the Magician. It says the future before you is uncertain, presenting both risk and opportunity. A triumph or creative success may bring about a new beginning for you. The Magician is Virgo Gemini energy. On the bottom is the Hierophant. Look to the support of a solid organization or structured principles to achieve success. Your actions should be motivated beyond selfish reasons. So the Hierophant's Taurus energy. All right, let's get the life situations. We're going to get three of these messages for Aquarius. You have Climbing, Awakening, and Car. So car can be like the Chariot. It could be a literal car, but this could be like moving forward, moving on, climbing. The bottom is running. This seems like someone trying to get to some sort of goal or some sort of destination. This is like working to get to a point of moving forward. To me, this is like moving on after some sort of hardship or trying to better oneself somehow. All right, let's get the Untold Truths. We're going to get three of these for more context. Messages for Aquarius. You have Despair, falling apart, sinking, hopeless. Yeah, that's what I like, trying to climb to the. I keep hearing climbing to the peak or climbing to the top. So this is like trying to. I feel like someone's trying to pull themselves out of some sort of hardship they're dealing with. You have Solitary, Withdrawn, Lonesome, Single, and Intimacy, Closeness, Sexuality, Seclusion. This could be someone trying to pull themselves out of some sort of depression. Um, this could be due to a breakup. This is trying to move, because what I'm getting is like a dark pit, climbing out of a dark pit. It's like I need to get myself out of this in order to move forward. A realization of that. On the bottom is shattered, damaged, brokenhearted, destroyed. Yeah, I feel like someone has been in this energy, and it's like someone's ready to get out of it. Um, this is like going through the stages of some sort of grief in regards to some sort of loss. To me, it feels like a breakup, like a very rough breakup. And someone thinking, I need to get myself out of this. Having the realization, climbing out of this in order to move forward. All right, so let's get started with the tarot. We're going to start with the heart. Tell me about the heart for Aquarius. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Emperor, Aries energy. Yep. Something is saying something hasn't been working. Time to take a leadership role. Could be a feeling of no one's going to get me out of this but myself. There's some sort of strength that someone hasn't had for a while that they're beginning to find, is what I feel like. Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Emperor. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, something hasn't been working. Not getting wish fulfillment. And the Six of Wands in reverse. Seven of Cups on the bottom. Confusion or illusion. See, this is, yeah, someone's seeing that they need to start something new, that what they've been doing isn't working, not bringing wish fulfillment. Not seeing that someone hasn't been seeing that they need to take a leadership role in order to get themselves out of this. This feels like the focus here is about depression. But it's about having the realization that the only person that can get me out of this is me. Tell me about the heart for Aquarius. Idea. See, that's like realization, justice, balance, and indulgence. Yep. To me, this seems, especially this intimacy, like someone is missing like a connection, like an intimate connection. This is someone stepping out of grief and into, it's time for me to get back out into the world again. See, interaction, joy, friendliness. I don't feel like this is necessarily dating. This has more to do with no longer being in solitude and being around people, whether that's friends, family, date, whether it is dating. I don't think someone is like, I'm going to get out and start dating. I feel like it's just the having connections with other people is what someone is after here. Um, someone is trying to, someone is realizing that what they've been doing is keeping them unhappy. Someone's wanting to find their happiness again. And that's by connecting with other people. All right, so let's see the challenge. Tell you about the challenge for Aquarius. Four of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Moon in reverse, Pisces energy. Page of Wands in reverse. Let me get some more here. Four Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands, the Moon in reverse. Hold on, let me get some more. Three of Swords, yeah. I feel like someone has been This is someone who's truly going through some sort of depression. Um, this is someone who's been choosing to stay closed off from other people. This is like not taking offers due to sadness, heartbreak, disappointment. So the challenge here has been getting out of this. Yeah, death. This could be due to someone's passing. Um, all I'm really picking it up as is some major depression. Um, this is like not getting out of bed, not wanting to interact. Page of Cups. I feel like the challenge has been someone. I feel like outside people have tried to help this person, but it's been any offers have been hasn't been taken. It's like, no, just leave me alone. I just want to be here in my room, in my bed, and I don't want to leave. So the challenge here has been getting to this point. But I think someone is at this point. I feel like there has been some sort of support, but the challenge here is that the person who is being offered the support hasn't been taking it. Tell me about the challenge for Aquarius. Origin. So a lot of time that shows up as like family, fate, and schedule. Um, this is about healing in your own time. So what this is indicating is the challenge has been here is people has been trying to help this person, but it's saying grief or moving on from grief happens in your own time. So, or someone is saying, I need time, something like that. So it's kind of indicating family or friends, whoever has been trying to help this person. And the challenge here has been this person uh, doing this in their own time. I feel like they are coming out of this now. This has been the challenge. So, what I feel like this is out of concern. People have been doing this out of concern, but there, like I said, there's no time limit on grief or grieving. So, this person had to see this or do this in their own time. So, this section is going to be Aquarius's energy. If it sounds flip, just flip it. Take it how it resonates. If it resonates, tell me about Aquarius's energy. Seven of Cups. The Magician in reverse. Virgo, Gemini energy. And the Four of Wands. This could also have something to do with a marriage or like a divorce. Someone is definitely grieving something that has been lost. Seven of Cups, the Magician in reverse, Four of Wands. Six of Cups. Confusion or illusion about the past. Queen of Wands. And Strength in reverse. To me, this looks like, since the beginning, this has looked to me like someone who's grieving the loss of a relationship. This could have been a long-term relationship, or this is a situation where someone had didn't think that what has happened here would happen in their relationship, because this person who's going through this depression feels very like they were eluded. um like they were deceived. And this person knows they should take action, which is, to me, feels like moving on, moving forward, but due to what's happened here, they don't feel like they have the strength, courage, or confidence to do that. Whatever's happened here is like absolutely floored someone. And I just want to say that everyone deals with things differently. You know, this could be the same thing could happen to someone different and they could just walk away from this easily. But like I said, each person is different. Some people um, just deal with things mentally in a different way. And for whoever is dealing with this hit them very hard. A lot of it, I feel, has to do with the fact they didn't see whatever this is. It's the ending of some sort of relationship, but they didn't see it coming. Hesitation, rot, ceremony, mystery, and magic, and confinement. Yeah. See, it's that Seven of Cups. The confusion or the confusion or illusion is what's keeping someone trapped or feeling like they're unable to move. This person was blindsided by something. And whatever happened here turned their world upside down. And it's like it put them at a immediate standstill where this person was like, how do I go on? So let's see the other person's energy. Tell me about the other person's energy for Aquarius. Strength in reverse. Leo energy, the Two of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. Let me get some more here. Strength in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands. It definitely seems like whoever the other energy is, they're definitely doing better than the other. Ace of Wands, Hermit in reverse. Prince of Knot of Cups in reverse. I don't know if the Prince is the King or the Knot. I think that's the King of Wands. King of Cups in reverse. No, there's a King. Knot. That's the Knot of Cups in reverse. This energy just feels cold. It seems to me like they've moved on successfully. It seems to me like they knew that this. So to me, what this looks like is because this indicating like this person knew that the other may not take this well. So this person who's dealing with this may have dealt with depression in the past, or they at times struggle mentally. This just seems like a person to me that has a hard time dealing with things, hard things. Um, which, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. People have different levels of how they deal with the hard stuff. Um, it's indicating like this person knew that that would probably be an issue, but it feels to me like this person just left the other behind. Like they knew the chance, they knew that there was a good chance that this would be the outcome, but they done it anyway. It looks like this person left the other. It could have been a third party situation. It's not necessarily saying that. It's just indicating that this person, the way this person left, seemed very cold or heartless. It's showing like this person is thinking, I know how this is probably going to affect the other, but this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it anyway. Tell me about the other person's energy for Aquarius. Yeah, see, sweet dreams. This is like someone sleeping well at night. Curse and libation. This is someone who's leaving another with the wreckage and sleeping well at night. It's a very cold energy. It feels very heartless. Now, I don't know necessarily if that's what it is, but the way this person left seemed cold and heartless. But I feel like this could be a situation where someone left this way because they didn't want to feel the guilt, because they knew how the other was going to react to this. Okay, so let's go to the what you don't see. Tell me about the what you don't see for Aquarius. I feel like this is all I feel like where this person is at now is they're ready to come out of this depression. They're ready to, now they're seeking connection. So I feel like a lot of this is showing up like past energy. It's like what this person has dealt with that has led to this depression. So the what you don't see is the Two of Cups, the King of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is definitely someone mourning a relationship. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Two of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Strength in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Yep. This is, yeah, Two of Cups. Yeah. This feels like someone felt very bound to the person who they're no longer in a relationship with. It almost feels to the point of codependency. Um, that could have there could have been issues. This energy may have felt as though the other was too clingy. Um, I don't necessarily feel like they're clingy as much as this person connects something to do with their mental issues and clinging on to someone else. Um, I'm getting emotional support, like an emotional support person. Someone saw the other as like an emotional support person, but it's more someone did this was codependent or clingy. It was more about their mental health. Like someone relied on the other for their mental health. And then when that was taken away, it was like everything was stripped from this person. Because this is showing up like a very, it's almost like an unhealthy attachment to someone else. What you don't see for Aquarius: mask, compromise, and triumph. I think what's happening for the one who's dealing with this is they're figuring out that is not this may be something that was going on for years. I feel like this relationship was a long-term relationship. And I feel like the lesson here for the one who's going through this to learn is that that is not necessary. You don't need to cling on to someone else to better your mental health. It's almost like using someone else as a crutch for the betterment of your mental health. And I feel like the lesson here, or the what you don't see here, is someone realizing that they did that with this person, but it's not necessary. Like they can go on without needing someone else to get them through. This seems like someone who deals with like anxiety, or I feel like this person is fragile. And I don't mean that, I don't really know how I mean it. I just feel like this person is fragile mentally. Like they don't deal with things as well as some people do when it comes to just like hard life things. And this person has felt as though they needed someone to be like some kind of support. And I feel like someone is coming out of this stronger and seeing that how they thought they needed to cling on to people before is not necessary, or at least it's not anymore. There's someone is coming out of this stronger. Okay, so let's see the advice. Tell me about the advice for Aquarius. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Four of Swords. And the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Knight of Swords, Four of Swords, the Chariot in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Temperance. Healing. This is definitely about realizations. Having realizations that something is no longer necessary. Something that someone done before. In healing from this situation, someone is saying that what they felt they needed to do before they no longer need to do now. This has something to do with being codependent on someone else, because I feel like the depression is coming from someone leaving, and that codependency is what's creating that depression. It's like, I can't do this without this person. And over time, someone is realizing, as someone is getting better, healing from that depression, they're saying, maybe I don't necessarily need this in order to feel better. Um, so it seems like there is something that is very devastating to someone that is actually going to be very healing and empowering. Tell me about the advice for Aquarius. Fury, indulgence, and vow. Hmm. Tell me about fury, indulgence, and vow. I haven't seen anything to do with anger here. Luck, good news. This is about the relationship. This is illusions. This is realizing that something, okay, this is realizing that something was like a blessing in disguise, which I don't really want to call it that. That's what it's showing up as. But this is about changing perception. Um, this happening is changing someone's perception about how they're, someone here is viewing things completely differently. It has to do with codependency. It also has to do with the fact this person was under some sort of illusion when it comes to this person. I feel like the one who's going through this depression thought this other person would never leave. There is a strong codependency on this person, which is going to, it's going to end. The relationship is already ended, but there was a strong codependency on it. May be the reason why this person left, because I feel like this person thought the other was too clingy. But it's taking this situation to get someone to see that what they're doing is not necessary for their emotional health or mental health. They're seeing in this separation that they can heal on their own, and they can move in the world on their own without needing or having to need someone else. This feels to me like it goes a lot deeper. Like this person, this is stemming from something that goes a lot deeper. But this is what someone is dealing with at this time. So let's get the outcome. Tell me about the outcome for Aquarius. Death in reverse, Scorpio energy, the Knight of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this is indicating something not ending or changing is not bringing wish fulfillment. Death in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. Two of Wands. Yeah, so this is indicating change. Two of Wands about leaving one thing behind to take action towards something else. Ace of Swords, truth and clarity. And the Emperor taking a leadership role. taking a leadership role where someone wasn't getting wish fulfillment. This is like, I'm telling you, this is like someone realizing I'm capable of taking control of my own life. I don't need someone to help me do this anymore. The codependency is going away for someone. I feel like this is strongly connected to whoever this person was in a relationship with. Now, I don't know how this come about. I'm wondering if maybe the person who left maybe manipulated the other into feeling this codependency, or if there was something traumatic that happened in the person who's feeling codependent happened before that and they just wanted to cling on to this person. There's got to be something about this. But the fact of the matter is someone is in this relationship ending, someone is realizing I don't need to do this anymore. And it's bringing someone back to a healthy state, emotionally, mentally, um and I feel like at this time someone is starting to come out of this situation, coming out of this feeling better, feeling more healthy. You have accident, apology, and disturbance. Tell me about accident, apology, and disturbance. Robbery, evidence, and coach. There's definitely a recognition of there's like a strong awareness here of what has happened, what has been done, how this has affected that person, and what they have done to work on themselves to heal that. Um, it's without a doubt strongly connected to this relationship that's ended. To me, it feels like the person who's left played some part in how this person was with them, in creating some sort of codependency. And once this relationship ended, this person realized that's not very healthy. It's not very healthy for me or the people around me, and I need to work. And once the sadness, someone come out of this sadness, the depression part of it, it's like I need to work on healing myself. So this is definitely something that has happened over time. This is definitely something that's taken someone time. Someone's been dealing with this for a while. Um, but there's this person, even if they don't realize it, has a lot of strength, a lot of self awareness, and is doing well in working on their healing. So let's get some timing cards. Messages for Aquarius. You have April. What are your hopes and watch them start to bloom? Planting, nurture, blossom. And on the bottom is slow progress. Be patient and enjoy the journey as you go along. Rest, persist, time out. Yeah, that's what I was indicating, is that I feel like this has been a slow process. Um, but it seems to me like someone is getting on the other side of this. All right, let's get the Oracle of Visions messages for Aquarius. Whoops. You have number 13. On the bottom is number 34. So let's read what number 13 says. It says productivity, control, organization. It says this card considers the gathering of separate elements, people, or ideas from the everyday nuances of family dynamics to the managing of a corporate team. This Victorian seamstress manipulates various components as threads of color. With skillful hand, she arranges them, taking into consideration the distinct and individual qualities that each may possess. She coaxes the best from each and orchestrates their ultimate working together as a whole. Giving each strand order, position, and purpose, she blends them into a rainbow of unity. Its beauty is a metaphor of accomplishment, surpassing that of its original, separate parts. Be wary of over-controlling, micromanaging, or getting lost in the details. Allow each participant to contribute fully and not be undermined by one person's overall position. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.